Hello everyone, I am Fudge3004. Welcome back to Planet Crafter. Thank you for coming to hang out with me. I always enjoy having you here, so sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get into some gaming. So, there was a slight flaw in my decision making. I thought I was recording again, and I wasn't, and then I realized too late, and I can't change it on this game. It won't let me. So that's one of the biggest problems. I did do some stuff. As you can see, we are a long ways up in the flora. I did get the oxygen up a long ways, and I have the biomass coming up a long ways too. So there are some things that did happen. I found some very interesting things. And what I'm going to do is just kind of go show you some things. As you know, we have Zeolite coming up, and we also we went down that area, got some things happening, and I also did put in a tree spreader, and we happen to have a Malacia tree, a seed. I found one in a chest, and I believe that it may have been way up there, and I'll show you where that is in a little bit. But we're going to be getting over to the next area where the trees are, and I also did make something else, so I'm going to go and show you that right now too. We have the map now, so now we have a way to actually look around really good, and we can see a lot of things, and that's probably for the best. So now we can actually see where like a lot of stuff is and how we're going to get some other things happening, and that's good. So right now, we still don't have like oxygen yet or anything, and when I thought I was recording, I'd add another nuclear, reactor to keep up the power. And I put in another one of the Humblia flower spreaders down over here. I put that one down right here in this area, so we have it. So that's helping with the biomass and everything else right now too. So what I want to do is I want to show you some areas that you can get to pretty easy, but first I got to go make sure that I have enough, food and water, and right now I just don't have enough food to go very far. I do believe I'm going to have enough water for a little bit. It's the food that I'm mostly concerned about. So now we have like 4 pieces of food, and I did make quite a few things. That's good. And it wasn't anything new that we made. We did also open up this right here. We have the tier 3 exoskeleton. Let me see, where's that at? Tier 3 exoskeleton. I guess I was looking at something else and I thought I couldn't do it, but I can. The super alloy rod and the uranium rod, that's not going to be too hard to do. It is just going to take a little work to do. So we will look at doing that, and we will get that done. Just not right this minute for the time being, because we did open up this super alloy rods as well. So now we have that. That's why I can make the map rocket. And then if you come up here, we do have the super alloy rods. So we have all of that going on. The jetpack tier 3 really wouldn't be too bad to do. I think we have the jetpack tier... Wow, we only have the tier 1, huh? We can make the tier 2. Tier 2 jetpack. Let's just go ahead and do that. Okay, there we go. And then we can have it. So now we have a little bit faster jetpack. Okay, and let me see. Can we do the tier 3? I don't know. It's not going to be too terribly hard to do. I guess that we could probably work on the tier 3, and then we can get around a little bit easier. So let me get that stuff made, and then we'll make that too. Let's go ahead and make this tier 3 jetpack now. We have it, and then we're ready to go. So we had the tier 2, now the tier 3. And also we are getting ready to go into the next stage. Like I said, the tree stage. So this was coming along fairly decently. But when I put in the other flower spreader and the tree grower, the tier 2 tree grower, then we ended up going a lot faster. So we're getting ready to go over into trees. I'm going to wait here for a little bit, get this done, and then we will go over and do that. And we are also going to go ahead and just open up whatever we can of blueprints. I'm going to leave some in there for later. I don't know how many we'll be able to open, but we will see. And we are getting ready to go into the next stage of trees. Flora is coming to a close real quick like, and now trees is opening up. All right, yay! So now we have the insects, and it looks like we have an air filter too. I don't know where the air filter is going to be. Probably upstairs is what I'm thinking. So let's go take a look. And let's go see right there. Sweet. Okay, that is not too terribly bad to do. That's actually really easy. New message received. Reduces oxygen consumption depending on the level of terraformation. Let's just go ahead and do that. We will see about making this. We're going to have to probably take off something. We can do the pin. We can take that off, or I can make the other things too. I want the map on there for sure. And that's something that we really do have to have, because that's going to be the best for us. We don't have to have the torch, but that is really handy. And there is a new message. So let's go. Wrong one. That's not the messages. This one is the messages. Message from Terraform Robotics. We know what you did to our robots. Our technology of autonomous terraforming is the state of the art. How can you stop such a noble endeavor just for your profit? This is completely illegal, and action will be taken to prevent you to continue your vile task. Well, we didn't do anything, so there is that. And then there are no more messages in there, but we didn't do anything from Terraform Robotics. So I guess they're going to try to stop us now or something. Now, let's go see. We are going to need, looks like, a piece of cloth and some of that. I don't know if we're going to have enough of the plastic stuff, but I guess we will find out. And it doesn't look like we're going to have any plastic stuff for right now. We might have some in one of the chests over here. I remember seeing some somewhere, but there we go. There's one right there. We need one of these, so we're coming to here. We'll steal one of those, and then we'll take one of our own, I guess it is, because we're not stealing from ourselves. Then we need some mushrooms and silicon. We already have everything. We just need one more silicon and some mushrooms. And we do know where the mushrooms are. That much we do know, but at least we can use those, and we're going to just go and use that piece of silicon, and that is perfectly fine. And then we'll do that right there. Okay, and then we need a super alloy, and that's going to be good. That's going to help. We'll grab a piece of silicon here in a minute, because if we're going to build anything else, we're going to have that. Silicon is down below. Let's grab that real quick. We got some silicon. We didn't really have anything major happen when I thought I was recording. Just, put the tree spreader in and that kind of stuff. But at least right now we do have things. So we're going to start having larvae, and all those are going to be underground from what I have seen. So there is that. Let me go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to take off the pin, and I'm going to put that on. I can always keep the pin, for right now, and I can just put him into like this chest or something, and then we'll upgrade the suit a little bit later. So we have all of that going on, and now we have this happening. I want to go see about some blueprints, so let's go and do that. Okay, tier 2 deconstruction. That's probably going to help us get those chips, from the server things. Spacesuit displayer, cool. Interior wall. Construction menu filter. Okay, so I guess we can have something with that. I'm not too sure. And looks like tier 3 inventory for the vehicle increase. All right. So for the construction inventory, well, let's just go and go to here. Looks like maybe it has sorted some things out differently or something, so we can actually, see things based on this. But I think this was already there, but I don't know exactly what all that is. Okay, so we did some things, like I said, and I'd like to take you on a quick tour of the things that I did. This stuff is not quite ready yet, and that's okay. So I guess what I can do is I will just go and take, we should have enough food. I will be okay. And I'll show you the 2 areas for sure that we went to. I tried to go to another area, but I don't really think that there's a way to. And there's also something else that I saw that I didn't know was happening. You know, we have all this, but there's also some other things that are happening too. So if we come all the way out here, and let me see, I do believe we have to go, this is not the right area. I want to go all the way up here, and I want to go into this other area. I want to be, is this the area? Yes, it is. Okay. I did find a way to actually get, there's an area up there that you can get up on. It is not easy. In fact, it is a royal pain to try to do, but you can do it. So you kind of have to jump around a lot and see if you can actually get up to here. I got it. Trying to get up there is a royal pain. As I said, I can get up there. It just took a little while for me to actually get all the way up there, but I did do it. And I also found a way to get up there if you just kind of jump all the way up there, you know, using your jetpack and stuff. You can kind of scale this wall, I guess. It might be a little bit of a cheat or a hack or whatever, but it does seem to work. So there is an area. Whoa, there it is. Area right down there. Okay. I'm just going to have to use an oxygen. I don't have a lot of choice in the matter. So let's go down here, and we come over here this way. There is a big area way down here. And this is where one of the areas that I went to. It is a long ways down, but this is where I wanted to be because if you remember right, I wrecked the truck right over there and I got it kind of stuck and I took it apart, the rover. So now we're up on an area that I really wanted to be at, and there is this here. And I talked about building a way to come over from there to over here, but I didn't need to. And I don't know if I actually... Ooh, nice. I'll take all of that. I'm not going to worry about some of the other stuff, but I will definitely go and see about these other things. Okay, we can definitely use all of that stuff. That's good. That's going to help. And then there was something in here. I did get the chip out, or, you know, the blueprint. Looks like there is actually some more of this. I'm actually going to gather the uraninite, because we are going to need uranium some more, you know, because the tree stuff just takes so much energy. And then we can get out of here. Down there is the place where we have several locations down there. But at least I can get up here, and over here is going to be where that rocket is, way up there. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to... This is where I got up onto when I thought I was recording. And it was a royal pain, but I did do it. So we have that. And there's one more area that I want to show you, so let me go get this stuff dumped off. And then we will go to another area, and then I'll take you to the last area that I found that I thought was actually very interesting. And it's going to be pretty awesome, because now it connects a couple of different areas. Well, we just got the tier 2 food grower, which means that that's going to be coming up a lot faster, so now we can get food going quicker. And that's going to help out a lot. I didn't add much of anything out here besides the tree thing. So, but at least now we're starting to have insects. And maybe we can try to find, you know, some of the larvas or something at some point in time. That would be good. Hopefully soon. Alright, I'll get the tier 2 food growers going a little bit later. Because I don't need them as like super duper bad right now. That's not too hard to do. I'll just worry about them a little bit later once we kind of get some things going here. So after I was recording, I was trying to pick up some stuff from an asteroid, or thought I was recording and pick up some stuff from an asteroid thing that had come down. And I was over here, and then I was like turning around to go back, and I noticed that, I believe up on here, that we have some things that are coming up. There we go, there it is. There's that zeolite right there. That's the one that I was seeing. So now we have even more zeolite coming up, and that's awesome. Ooh, hey! That's awesome. Ooh, we have some of that stuff coming in. That's great. The osmium. It's like there is a few of them. I don't know. There's one up that probably crashed up there, and the one up here, I don't know where he is. There's one right down there, and that's good. I just don't know where the one up here did crash to. Ooh, there he is. There's another one. Sweet. So we're getting some good stuff coming in now. Okay. It looks like there's one more coming in. Let's just go ahead and get our thing built. Those ones are actually very close to each other, and then we will look around for that and see if we can find that. Hopefully I'll be able to find it fairly quick. Uh-oh, now I did it. Now I gotta build this again. I don't think I've ever actually trapped myself inside of there. That was awesome. So I do believe that somewhere right down here is going to be a bit of osmium, but I really don't know. Okay, there's the sulfur. So osmium is going to be close. I just don't know exactly where it ended up at, but we can always use the sulfur, I can tell you that. Nope, I thought that was... I'm not too sure where the osmium ended up at. It should have been right down here, but it doesn't look like it is. Unless, of course, it is farther up here, which is always a possibility. Oh, okay, there's where that crashed at. So that means the osmium is going to be probably around this general area. And that's okay too. So I'm glad that we're having osmium come in. That's good. That actually helps out quite a bit. Another one? What is that one? I don't know what that one is. We're gonna have to see. Those guys look like they may just be regular ones, and that's perfectly fine. I was just hoping to find some of the osmium, but I guess I'm just not going to be able to for right now. And that's fine too. Okay, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go see if there is any osmium around here or not. Pretty sure that it was right on. Wow. right on top of this rock or something like that. It might have been on the one over. I do know that there was some osmium or sulfur and stuff like that right around here. There's osmium. There we go. How do you like that? It's like there's lots of osmium with this one. Holy moly. We did get some sulfur, and I am okay with that. We do know where osmium is. Sweet, so we actually did get some things, and that's good. And over there isn't anything, but it looks like... Oh good, the autocrafter came in. Aha, I see the osmium. So now we have the autocrafter. We're moving along pretty good right now. This is crazy. This is starting to get insane. I do like this. I like it when the game starts going bonkers on us. I think that's awesome. Cool. All right. That's the main stuff that I was looking for. The regular stuff is fine. But I want to take you to another place and show you some other things. So we're going to go in back of us. We're going to follow the river. And then we're going to go and I'll show you what I did get. And... well, I can just show you right now, I guess. So you remember there was that cave over in the area that was up here. So where's that big ship? That big ship is there, and there was that drop down, that low whatever. That is that right down here. And we'd seen that because we came out through up over here, and there's a cave over here that had looked like osmium, and there was also a bit of other stuff too. There was quite a bit of the pulsar quartz. I got these 5 pulsar quartz from that cave, and that was good. That was actually really good. That helped out a lot. And there was a chest or two that didn't have, I don't know, they had a rocket engine. It wasn't like super major stuff, but it was, you know, enough excitement, you know, that was good. I did like that part. So there was that, and then I'm going to take you to the next place that I found, and we're going to have to go and see about doing like the autocrafter and a whole bunch of stuff now that we have things opening up. That's going to be great, so that we can actually make a lot of things. Like I said, we did get the super alloy rod open as well. Let me go over this way. I'm going to go over by where the sulfur is, and then I'll show you the next area that I found. We're now over by the sulfur. It's right over there, right behind us. So, if you come up to here and you start going up into this area, this is where the lava is. And so I was looking around trying to find things. And there is a place that I did see, and looks like I actually found it really easy this time. If we look down in here, as you know, there is a place way down there that we can get to. And I didn't know, but I did actually check it out before. And so there's a root here that we can climb. And once we do, then we end up at the bottom down here, which is actually really good, because this is where I was hoping to be. Of course, I don't want to go too far down. That would be bad. But there is some good area down here. There is all kinds of stuff down here. There is some new area that we can discover, and there are ways to get around here. I think I've been down there, and I'm pretty sure that I came down over this way to get down there. One thing to note about down here is we have been down here in part of this. We haven't been down to all of it, and so, if you remember correctly, we had an underground base that we found that we built actually a long time ago. Looks like there's all kinds of cool stuff here. I don't know what these guys do. I don't know what their purpose is or anything, or what they were doing, but there's some really cool stuff down here. I don't know if I explored this area very good when I came down here, so maybe we can... Ooh, hey, what's that? I'll take another more tree seed. Heck yeah. It's always good to have tree seeds. You never know when you're going to need some more. So there might be some more tree seeds down here that we can get. Maybe we can actually get some trees happening too. It looks like there are some trees happening. But if we can get some more, that would be great too. And then we'll be doing a lot better. So let me just kind of look around here a little bit. Looks like, ooh, Adagea. I don't know the Adagea tree seed. 175, he's kind of weak and anemic, but I guess that it will work for a tree seed. He will still produce, you know, different kinds of trees, which is what, of course, we are going for. So down here, I don't really know if I did anything. Like I said, I just don't know. I don't remember doing anything major down here besides just exploring. But when I did notice that we had been down here before, and I'll take you. So this is one place that we had here. And that means a lot because we had been over in this area. Because if you remember right, we went up on these. And then this was all like a lot of ice and stuff down here. But the main important thing is this, the area that we dropped down with that vine also takes us right back to a place that we had made some time ago. And I think that's actually very exciting. So this is a base that we had some time ago. It's right next to one of these things that can be, you know, to go to other areas and stuff. We'll just go and take that. So you can make the portal thing there, or, you know, there's a way to, I should say. Okay, ongoing task, trying to establish Terra tokens, space trading viability, and accumulate some Terra tokens for Starform robotics. Okay, looks like there's some good flowers here. Maybe not the best, but they're decent. And then there is a place back here. And we did have some pretty good stuff in here too, which, you know, is decent. There was some good food and stuff that we had in here. There was some other things that I did find in here, but we'll just go and take that with us that we needed. And so this is very exciting to refine this place, and I didn't even know. And then of course there's another Amora tree seed, which we have one right there. And this is where I found 2 more of the tree seeds. I didn't even know that we had those down here. I thought that we had some tree seeds, but I couldn't remember. So this is all actually very exciting to be able to find this stuff again. I was quite happy with that. Oh, I know where this is. At least I'm pretty sure, because we have seen this before. Not unless this is a different area than we were in, because it is slightly different. What the heck? That's that guy that got crushed. So this is all actually underwater. Can you believe that? Well, I guess I'm going to open up these crates. Oh, wow. Holy moly. Okay, we need this stuff for sure. I'm going to take that super alloy. Wow, that's some really good stuff there. We had actually been down here. Now this place is completely flooded. How do you like that? That is awesome. I don't know if there's actually going to be anything insect-wise down here. Okay, we had been up here. And there's that base, so that means we're right by the zeolite again. Alright, so those are the main things that I wanted to show you, is the areas that I had found, and it was pretty exciting, you know, finding all those areas, but I'm glad I was able to show you these areas. Now we also have a bunch of tree stuff happening. I cannot see anything down here right now. It's so dark. But we should be heading back out, and now we can go here. I'm going to go see back at the base what is going on. I don't know. We cannot... Ooh. What the heck? So we can climb those. I thought that I hadn't... Well, I thought we couldn't climb those, but apparently we can. Depends on which one it is, I guess, huh? Alright, well that's cool. So it looks like we can also climb down off of one of these, and of that I am fairly certain now. Maybe not. But we should be able to somewhere. Or maybe it's just going to not cooperate with this now and tell us that it's got to do something different. There we go. Alright, so I guess we can climb up on those ELI places. That's very interesting. I do like that part. So I guess I found out something new as well. That's awesome. So now you know that you can go over the lava area and you can actually get down in those areas too. And then I want to go down into there and go see if there's actually any larvas that are forming. If there is, that would be exciting. That would actually help us out. Then we can actually have some insects starting to come in, but I don't know if that's going to be something we're going to go see. So let me go check, and I'll get some stuff put away, and we'll find out. All right, we just got the first tier tree spreader, tier 1 tree spreader. That's good. That means that now we can get some other trees going as well. So we just need a little bit of stuff to be able to get that, and that's not going to be too terribly bad to do. This actually won't take too terribly long. I would pin it, but I can't, so that's okay. So we just need a little bit of stuff, and then we can actually get some more trees going. That does 920 and plants 97, whereas this one does 375, but it's also a little bit more expensive, but I think we should probably do a tier 2 if we're going to do it. That way we get the plants going up even more. And I can't find insect because we're in the tree stage, and I thought about that when I went down there. And then I was like, well, wait a minute. Of course we can't get that because we're not in the right stage. I need tree bark, tier 2, zeolite. We do have most of that stuff right now. Okay, tree bark, tier 2 is going to be back over here. We'll get another one of those tree spreaders done. The big ones. I think that'll be for the best. And then I just need a bacteria sample and bioplastic nugget. Let's go and do one of the trees that I think is going to probably help us out the most. And we have this one down here. We have an Amora, but we also have this Lilia, which is probably going to be the best one for us. For right now, we'll get all the trees planted eventually. I just want to go see about, you know, getting some other ones done. And maybe what I'm going to do is come over here all the way to this side. And then I'll see if I can actually get a tree spreader going over here, I guess. This would be good over here, that we have some more trees coming up, and that would be awesome. That would be great. Let's go and do this. Put that guy out about right there. Okay, there we go. And then we have this one. So now we should be actually having a lot. And plants 375, oxygen 31 million. So that's actually really, really good. Growth speed is pretty good, and I still don't know if we have that osmium up over here. It could be that, like, it is here, just not here, if you know what I mean. And I am not seeing the osmium now, so apparently we just got some sulfur, and that was it. And that's actually perfectly fine, too. So now that we have that going on, our oxygen is going to be coming up really fast. We do have another tier 2 tree spreader in, and I'm working on the food growers. And if I can get some of that going, I think that would actually help out a lot, and then we should be able to do pretty good. I'll get those food growers going in a minute. I tried something to see if it would work, and you know where our lab is here? I have the interior stairs. I just put it right against the windows of the lab, and now we have a way to get up here. So what I want to do is go out here. So you can see that right there, and that's actually really good. I'm going to come up to here, and I'm going to get back up on top of here, or so I hope. There we go, and then I should be able to put up another big room up here. And then once I have that, then we can actually go and do something that I've been hoping to do for a while now, and that's use the interior stairs. Since I do have that added in, I think this would actually be really cool. So it just replaced the windows and added a room here. And then now we have a much bigger room. So this is the first big room, and then we have this big room over here too. And then, of course, we have another way to get up and down, and I really like this a lot. This is pretty doggone awesome, I do gotta say. I think that's gonna work out well. Then, what I can do is, instead of that down there, I can come up to here, go to Q, and then I can begin putting the food growers up in here, and that would be good. And then we can actually have some really good stuff happening here too. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and then I'll put up another one right over here, and we should be having some really good stuff happen. I got to make sure to check on the power, make sure that it's still doing okay. Cool, 78. It's a lot, but it is coming. And now we can actually plant some really good things. What I'm going to probably do is take those, and then we can see about planting like some other things. We're probably going to need, for sure, eggplants, and I think we're going to need squash for things too. We already have beans, quite a few beans, and so that's good. That's going to help. I can keep all of the food and that stuff going pretty easy, and that's good. So now we have this, and this is going to help out quite a lot. So now we have the interior stairs, tier 2 food growers, and we also have the tier 2 tree spreaders as well. So now I can just continue doing this kind of stuff, because the squash is going to be fairly important. We have to keep that going, because later on we're going to need that. Can almost fall off there really easy, you know that? Now we have some pretty awesome things happening, and I think our base is coming along pretty good. It is a little different, and again, those are surrounded on all sides, so you can't really do anything there. But I think it actually looks kind of interesting. We could, you know, expand the rooms out this way, just to kind of maybe make that match up a little bit, but I don't know if I'm going to worry too much about it, because I wasn't able to put it in here, because there wasn't, you know, enough room anywhere to be able to do that. But I think we have a pretty good thing going on here. So this is Planetcrafter. Thank you for joining me here. We are in the tree stage. We went from the flora to the tree, and we gotta miss the most of the flora because I messed up. But we are now in the tree stage. The insects will be coming soon, but now we have a whole bunch of trees coming. We are 31% in. And our biomass is definitely improving a lot, and that actually helps out a lot. So that way we have that happening, and then after a little bit we will be able to open up some more stuff. We got the tier 1 tree spreader under the biomass, and then we're waiting for a bit for, you know, that's going to be a while down, but this is coming up really quick. The beehive, and then we can begin getting a lot of the insects, but we really got to get the water life collector first, and that's going to be quite a ways away. So we won't be able to do anything with the fish or anything for a little while, but that will be coming as soon as it does. So if you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like on the video, and now we also have the stairs, the interior stairs, and I really do like this. This is a new way to get around, and I think that's actually pretty doggone awesome. You have a great day, and I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.